Welcome back to UCLA Football, hosted by West739 family. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't watched yesterday's video, go check it out. It was just a pure conversation that I had with you guys. I enjoy being able to speak with you all. I know we go back and forth in the comments, but me being able to get on here and just have a UCLA football conversation is an outlet for me. Me and my buddies, we talk about this all the time, but a lot of them are fans of other schools. You already know how we do it. I'm not going to hold you. Let's jump right in. UCLA football is getting judged off last year, but the staff is moving like they're not having that. You know just as well as I know that things are fluid right now at the moment. We can't 100% verify high school recruiting. We can't verify if there's another incoming transfer. We don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. What we can discuss and what we can talk about is what's out there already in the public. All right, so lock in with me. In the Big Ten, then teams get exposed. You don't survive a season with hope. You survive with bodies, depth, and roster answers. And what I mean by roster answers is when you see something not working, you can't just sit around and wait for it to work. You're going to have to make an adjustment. Unfortunately, injuries happen. Other things out of our control happen. But we have to be able to pivot immediately. We got to be able to spot what's going on. Us as fans, we watch it on TV or we watch it live at the games. But the coaching staff, they can't be scared to pull a trigger when it's time to pull a trigger and take somebody out the game. Send in a substitution. Keep that running back in an extra few plays. Take into account, UCLA is under a new staff. UCLA is actively recruiting California. UCLA just hosted Junior Day. UCLA has been active with the portal roster building. UCLA has been doing media runs. All of these things matter, because they give me and you something to talk about, especially now that this is technically the dead season. So this is a great outlet for us to continue to talk about UCLA football. I've been holding off about doing a video about who's going to start, who's not going to start, only because things are fluid. People see a name online and they start planning the starters. But spring ball hasn't even hit yet. So that means we're all guessing. We can guess because it's fun. Actually, you know what? I'm still going to do that video to where I'm going to put you guys on the spot and have you pick the starting lineup. Who's going to be the starting wide receivers? Who's going to start at running back? One thing we do know for sure is we can see the staff visibility. We see them out there recruited actively. We see the entire staff having an impact. It's some pictures online to where you see 5 or 6 coaches with one recruit. Bob Chesney is out there taking interviews. Last year, it was so secretive. Us as fans, we literally didn't have anything to talk about, but that wasn't our fault. That's because the way Deshaun Foster did it last year was not the correct way as far as putting the Bruins on the forefront. I understand he wanted to be secretive about certain things, but if you're not talking about the school, if you're not giving the media something to talk about, then you're wasting an opportunity. This year, I hope Bob Chesney does it completely different. Open up the practices. Make more players available. Make your coaches available. Make yourself available. We're used to hearing the coaches talk, but I want to hear the players talk. The reason why this channel is here is to keep UCLA football year round and to make sure UCLA is being talked about. That matters with recruits. That matters with transfers. They need to hear the name UCLA Bruins. They need to know that the football team will be competitive. They need to know that they can go to UCLA and catch a spotlight. And that's why it's important when Bob Chesney is doing his interview runs, because it puts him in the national spotlight. It's a plus to be able to be local, but to get out there and do major interviews, it's going to put you in front of people that's not used to hearing the name UCLA Bruins. Let me be clear. They're not used to hearing about UCLA football this time of year. And this is the space UCLA football has to live in. California can't be optional. I know he was at Mater Dei. I know he was at De La Salle. I know he was in the IE. I know he was at Bellflower. I know he either went to Hawaii by now or he's planning a trip soon. And the reason why I know this is because they're talking about it on social media. This is 2026. Social media plays a huge part when it comes to recruiting. and promoting the football team. Bob Chesney and the way he's building out his roster build philosophy, the portal class, high school base, then the portal again to patch the gaps. That's the order that wins long term. If it's only portal, you're renting. If it's only high school, you're waiting too long. We need a balanced build, and that has to be the goal. We can't just solely depend on one thing. It's not going to work in 2026. It can't just be high school recruiting. It can't just be the portal. It has to be the portal, high school recruiting, and then the portal again to fill in the blanks. Let me say this clean. Big Ten football is not one deep at any position. You need a real second string player and a third option that can play. That's not talk. That's the league. For us to be in this league and to be successful, it's going to have to be built that way. And the fact that you're subscribed to this channel, you already can tell the passion. You can see that I'm looking at it through your eyes. UCLA is trying to build trust on the field and in the recruiting rooms. The staff is pushing structure, and structure matters. Recruits like to hear what they're going to do when they come to your school, how you're going to use them. Are you going to prioritize their position? Are you going to prioritize them before they give you their commitment? This season, we have to take this week by week. We have to take it week by week just based off the simple fact that last year was a terrible season. It was a trash year, but we're getting the opportunity to get a fresh start. So here's the big question. Jump in the comments. Is UCLA being built to last, or is UCLA being built to look good on paper? Because paper doesn't tackle, paper doesn't travel, paper doesn't win in November. Now, this is what's coming up. As a fan, here's what we're watching next. Spring practice. Who gets reps? Who travels in fall? Who is clearly trusted? And then who disappears? And who shows up when it's loud? Those things are going to tell us everything we need to know about the roster. Talk to me, family. Pick one. Which room worries you the most right now? Is it the O-line room, the D-line room, the linebackers, the DBs, the quarterback room? And to the people that comment on every single video, what's one thing UCLA has to prove in September? We have to beat SC. We can't put another product on the field like we put on the field last year. We have to be flexible, but at the same time, we got to stand firm. You can expect the Rose Bowl to fill up if the team's not winning. As much as we want to say, oh, go to the games, no one's going to see a team lose. It's been proven. Look at the Rose Bowl now. Chip Kelly did a shitty job, but was he as bad as Deshaun Foster? No. Did Deshaun Foster get thrown to the wolves? Yes. Did he get a fair shake? As far as I'm concerned, yes. Did the school back him properly? No. We had to pull the trigger on that move. We couldn't sit around and allow another year like that. We brought in the best available coach out there. That wasn't a retread, which is exactly what the program needed. We brought in a coach that's been a head coach for years. You know how we get down on this channel. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it's completely free. Thank you for watching UCLA Football TV, hosted by West 739. Forza.